Whoa! Whoa! What are you? What? Who is this man?
Hi guys, we're on Nights. I'm Ray.
I'm Julien.
I'm Alex.
And we are here to watch episode 5 of Firefly.
Firefly.
And this episode is called Safe. What are you guys thinking?
I've been enjoying it a
I
lot.
love this show. Absolutely adored this show. I love the show.
It takes everything I like from westerns, adds it to sci-fi. It takes everything I like from sci-fi, adds it to westerns, and somehow it makes this beautiful baby.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
Oh,
It's true.
Firefly.
I'm a big fan of westerns as well and sci-fi. But I do like what the mix of how they're moving. And when you mentioned the prior episode, you like how the cultures are mixed together too.
Yeah.
It's not just the Western aspect of it. Like, there is fluently, and it seems to be a regular thing to talk in Chinese.
Yeah.
Certain phrases, It seems to be curse words, to be honest with you, when they do speak in Chinese. But I do like that they have that included in like their everyday lives.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool that they do that.
I really wish that this series was continued to get more in depth in like the world building, like the cultural aspect, the political problems that they might have, the intrigue, the different alliance versus brown coats. Like,
Well, I think there's comic books that came out based off of this, and it's all canon.
okay.
So maybe we might have to look into a couple of those and find them or not.
Oh, absolutely.
Our love for Malcolm is increasing with every
Increasing
episode.
with every
Yes.
single episode.
I still think that he would have been dead last episode.
Yep.
But
By the
That
way,
guy
was he
almost had
poking? Did he get a
At
couple
the end.
of
Yeah,
tiny
yeah.
stab? Those are
Yeah.
little tiny.
he was like a great man who showed mercy.
Poke.
But he's like, maybe I'm
A
okay.
couple little stabs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm alright.
Oh my god. Ow.
Well, the guy tricked him too. The guy did this thing and got him on the side.
Yeah.
So that was a little bait and switch on him and all that.
I kind
But-
of hope that like Malcolm learned from that experience to like learn how to use swords a little bit, because it'd just be funny if like he gets into another duel and he just goes,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Prince
Yeah.
of Persia mode.
No.
yeah.
According to our comments, from this episode on, it gets from good to great.
Really?
So starting episode 5, like the everything that happened in 1 through 4 has been really good, but this has been like unanimously saying that from 5 on, it's when it really becomes itself.
Right.
It's concrete, a certifiable fact.
This is when people just absolutely fell in love with the show. It
Okay.
became like
Okay.
this is this is what
First
we're
couple
looking
episodes, building characters, meeting new characters, kind of building a little bit of a story, wrapping things up. And
It's showing the chemistry.
there is, I am noticing through the episodes the climb to like just crazy, just I'm expecting crazy stuff to happen.
Well, 1 through 4 of the 4 episodes. Do you have a favorite so far? Any of them?
3, episode 3. Episode 3 was like, my goodness, because it takes after the second episode 3 kind of lets you know, hey, there's some dark stuff.
There's
to this.
danger out there.
Yeah, here.
This is dangerous. This is not.
It was kind of like a refreshment of like, oh yeah, that's right. This is a messed up world, right? It's not just salvaging abandoned ships in space and talking to random people in different planets about, hey, I have this mission for you. I'm gonna give you some good money if you could. Yeah, we got Reavers. You forget about the Alliance every once in a while, and then you get reminded, like, oh my god, okay, they can just appear out of nowhere. Got it.
Yeah.
So that's insane. Yeah, episode 3 is my favorite episode so far.
One.
First
episode,
one?
opening
Yeah.
episode
The
was
intro
great.
was good.
Oh,
It was good.
first
episode
It
was
was great.
great,
I mean, it
I
pulled
mean,
you right in.
Like, what other show basically nearly kills off one of the main characters within the first 30
Yeah,
minutes?
is that when Malcolm throws the guy off the ship? Just
Yeah.
That was funny
Yeah.
too, but I'm
Because
talking about
remember,
when they shot Kaylee.
Yeah.
Well, that's the guy who shot. The guy who threw out was the guy who shot her.
Yeah.
So I'm liking all these characters. Already with 4 episodes, you really feel even with the oh my god, I always forget his name. Forgive me if I do. The pilot. His relationship with his wife, it's so strong. You know, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that they showed at the last episode that, you know, it wasn't major to the story, but you can see it was major to like the overarching story eventually. That these two really do love each other.
Yeah.
You know, she's always out there doing missions. You know, so that was like the first time I think we saw them spending time together.
Right.
So that was pretty sweet.
Right.
You know? Well, anyway, guys, this is. You want to say something? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Me? No, I was
Okay.
yawning.
Was I boring you? Okay, fine.
No.
Well, anyway, this is episode 5.
Oh.
Safe. Let's get right to it. 11 years ago.
Is this the doctor that we're following now?
Cut off from what?
Our platoon, Simon. We need to resort to cannibalism.
That was fast. Aren't you supposed to be practicing for your dance recital?
What the?
Hold
heck? Zac Efron? What the?
Conclusion is fallacious.
What? Baywatch?
High School Musical?
You can't just dig into me, shove 20 needles in my eyes, and ask me what I see.
We won't go in.
Yeah, screw you, older Zac Efron.
Human body can be drained of blood in 8.6 seconds given adequate vacuuming systems.
Oh my goodness.
Gag her if you have to.
Casting Zac Efron to play him as a child?
Well, they didn't know who he was probably at that time.
They look exactly the same.
No, I got the casting between those two.
Whoa.
Fancy vessels such as that don't land here unless they got something to sell. If it happens to be something we need, we take it.
A poor rabbit.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm hungry.
So, Zac Efron, huh? Not gonna lie to you. That blew over my head. I was like, what are you guys cheering about? It was Zac Efron. I had no idea that was him.
Yeah.
You can see how much of a fan I am of him.
Oh no, I'm not a fan of him either. I just recognized him. Some things that he's done I liked.
You go like, Zac Efron? What the?
Because it threw seeing him in this show is like,
and so young.
It's so random.
Was he like 12 years old, maybe?
Same reaction when we saw Jimmy Fallon on Man of Brothers.
Yeah, that's
what
I was like,
in
what?
the
Jimmy?
world?
Look, I see a young John Barenthal.
I like smacking them.
Delivery done.
They weren't cows inside. They were waiting to be, but they forgot. Now they see sky and they remember what they are.
Why don't you take your sister for a little walk?
Not sure it's such a wise suggestion.
Might not want to mistake it for a suggestion.
I love Captain Malcolm.
You think this would make a nice gift? A gift? For whom? For Simon. You just want to take a bite out of him all over, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
What is that?
That's a post holer. You dig holes.
Good God. They're asking money for this crap?
Oh! You think she didn't buy it for him?
It's fun. Being forced to the ass end of the galaxy to get to live on a piece of Lusso wreck.
You talking to the wrong person on this.
Serenity ain't Lissa.
Oh, you can't talk bad about Serenity.
And if that's what you think of this life, then you can't think much of them that choose it, can you?
Taught him something, huh?
Strike one.
Big strike one.
River?
20 ahead. That's an amusing figure, in light of you already agreed on 30 with Badger.
Seem a mite jumpy to you?
You see what I'm saying? The preacher knows that he's
That's crazy, dog.
Marcus and Nathaniel Grange, you are both wanted in connection to the illegal killing of Rance Durbin.
The killing of who? Raz Durbin?
I guess so.
She learned that dance in 2.2 seconds.
Oh. Was that Zoe?
Mm-hmm. Did he just pick up his money? I wonder how their monetary system works.
Well, that makes sense. It's hard currency.
Is the preacher dead? No, he's dying.
Oh, this got really bad.
You get the cash?
Oh, he's mad.
Shepard, can you hear me? Oh God, he ain't breathing.
Wash, I want you to go to town, see if you can find that Ginseng Young, the doctor.
Hurry.
If it's ransom you want, I can arrange something.
No talking!
You don't understand.
My sister!
Oof. This guy's always getting punched.
Your sister is fine, Simon.
She's not fine. Didn't you look at the letters? Look at the letters.
It's one of her silly games. You two are always playing. You're a surgeon in one of the best hospitals in Capital City. On your way to a major position, possibly even the medical elect, you're gonna throw all that away.
You think Dad arranged this?
You mean like sold his daughter off? Maybe.
Everything you've worked for your whole life.
Actually, you might be right there.
Found you.
Get him! River! No! River! No, run! Run! Go!
Looks like maybe they got snatched.
Kidnapped?
Settlers up on the hills take people sometimes. We're going.
Once the captain realizes what happened, they'll come.
It's a bad sign.
Yep.
Mal, you know where you can find a doctor. You know exactly.
Nara, he was dumb enough to get himself grabbed in broad daylight.
I'm talking about medical facilities.
That's not an option. Nor is it a discussion I much want to have at the moment.
This guy.
Dear Diary, today I was pompous and my sister was crazy. Today we were kidnapped by hill folk, never to be seen again. It was the best day ever.
I cleaned it out, wrapped it up. Best I could do. Captain will come up with a plan.
You sure this is where you want to be?
Oh, I'm fairly certain it ain't.
Is this an alliance ship? Oh,
Alliance
wow.
ship. Maybe it's the same guy from the other episode. Episode 3. You're gonna want to know why he got shot.
I got you, doctor.
People get sick or injured. Well, mostly people heal on their own, but sometimes...
Sometimes you need a doctor.
We aren't an emergency facility, Captain. Our services aren't available simply to anyone.
My ident.
Get this man to the infirmary at once.
He is an alliance insider of some sort.
Whoa! Whoa! What are you? What? Who is this man?
That little girl's mute.
Seems like a lovely little community of kidnappers.
The Lord
Yeah,
says,
really.
judge not.
If I was kidnapped, I'm not gonna make it like, no, I'm not staying here.
Yeah.
You're lucky I'm helping your people.
River?
You gotta chain her down, bro.
I'm sick of her leaving. Like, just sick of this. Ugh.
We won't be here long. Daddy will come and take us home.
Malcolm, she's talking about.
Maybe not.
These are better than the Cambersons berries.
They are. Except they're poison. Mother got crazy, killed the sister. That one lived.
It's true what she's saying. If Ruby didn't talk, how do you know?
My sister's...
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Oh my goodness.
After all this,
we didn't want to come here. You kidnapped us.
I just spent 2,000 credits to get you out of here, and I had to walk through that door, which goes on my permanent profile.
I didn't do anything.
You were in a blackout zone.
Talking to someone who might be able to help River.
You end up here, or get mixed up in something worse. You're on your own.
You're not a witch, are you? I'm the patron here. Do you know what that means?
You're in charge. Ever since the old patron died,
That's right.
he was sick. And he was getting better. You were alone in the room with him.
Oh,
She's a witch, and we must purge the devil from her. With fire!
Taking some turns.
What kind of a dent card gets a second reception and send off? You like to tell me what really happened?
Is this by like a play-by-play? Like everything happening to him is doubling for what's happening to her in some weird way?
Maybe someday I will.
Dude, that's not gonna be enough to stop me. There you go. Hey, finally! A few lessons from Malcolm.
Done nothing to you!
Post holer. Digging holes for posts.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, please shoot.
Take a few out.
Please shoot.
Take a few out. Let them learn their lesson.
Start with the patron and work the way down.
This is a holy cleansing. You cannot think to thwart God's will.
Cut her down!
The girl is a witch.
Yeah, but she's our witch. So cut her the hell down.
Let's go. Let's go. Who you talking to like that? What?
Put it all back.
Hey, doctor.
Why did you come back for us?
You're on my crew.
Yeah, but you don't even like me.
You're on my crew. Why are we still talking about this?
That looks
That looks
good. That looks
amazing.
good. Oh, that look good. That look good right there.
Ready to eat?
Man.
Ah, that was good. That was really good.
Ah.
Wow, that was good. That said so much. That set up the show. Oh boy, was that good. You know, it's funny. Again, it's been a very long time since I've seen this. I was completely shocked about the preacher getting shot. You know, because it's been so long since I've seen it, and I was like, okay, I knew he wasn't gonna die, but I was still taken aback by it, and I totally forgot about him. Whatever his ID thing. I'm, you know, listen. Again, it's been like 20 years I've seen this.
Mm-hmm.
God, this is so good.
I just spilled my coffee.
Dude, what about the brother and sister? Like, he was ready to get burned up with her.
Yeah.
Like, he was ready to, you know, listen, having a bunch of sisters and brothers, I mean, I love you all. Don't know if I'm going to jump in the fire with it.
Yeah.
I have two brothers. One of them maybe I'll jump in a fire with. Maybe.
It's a big maybe.
It's a big maybe.
I have to first get good with God
If you
before I
had-
do that jump.
If you found means of escape, that might change a little bit.
Yeah.
But now this record of the shepherd on the ship, right? They're gonna keep a record of that.
He's a big name.
He's somebody.
He's definitely so.
In a way, it feels like it's gonna be like a double-edged sword because he's a big name, so he's on the ship, so he gives credit to the ship. But at the same time, it feels like it puts a big scope on the ship's activities now.
Yeah.
He was probably somebody big in the Alliance. He
Yeah.
was probably
A
somebody
rich
big in the
person,
Alliance.
somebody maybe of noble blood if they go by nobility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he is part of the Alliance though. Like, I don't think he's an agent. Like, it doesn't seem to fit that tale. Like, because they treated him with reverence. You know what I mean? Like he was somebody important. Like, get him on the ship right away. You know, it wasn't. To me, well, that's what I'm thinking. You know.
Maybe he's like a big head honcho shepherd type.
Well, I don't know. Maybe somebody of politics or something like that of the time. You know. I did like this episode quite a lot. I like the backstory of Simon and just that. I think the father somehow knows. I can't recall, but to me it seems like the dad knew something. Like he's like, if you leave, I'm not gonna come in for you. Like his father was all about social class, I guess. You know,
It seems like he knew where she was going and the type of things that were happening to her. And he was kind of like hush hush about it. He wasn't saying anything with her. I wonder if he did that on purpose. I think one of you guys mentioned it's like, did he do that on purpose? Did he send her there on purpose for a specific reason?
Yeah, like I said, it was maybe for money.
Yeah, it could be. It could have been. It could have been for money. It could
Maybe
be.
he saw something in her that we I have so many questions.
I like that. You know what it did is it tied off a lot of left open things, while also
opening
up more doors.
Showing more doors actually.
Yeah.
Showing more locked doors. Like again, I've always knew about the preacher something. Exactly what I don't remember. The brother and sister. I mean, that means that he turned them down. I'm wondering if also that's the dad looking for them as well.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
River has to be someone. I mean,
well, she's psychic. We know that.
She's her importance. I mean, obviously they want her really, really bad. So River's importance to this show still hasn't been revealed. Like, what makes her so special?
I think it's this. If you've seen the movie, and I know you have, Starship Trooper.
Yeah.
The one guy who he could read the abilities of animals and people and whatnot. So maybe they want to study her. That way they can clone her to produce more of that type. But they need to understand what it is she can do. Because Simon doesn't have that ability.
Yeah.
At least that we're not aware of at the moment, anyway.
Might not be genetic, but mutation.
And it could be like, okay, well, we can weaponize her. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking. That's what that's like. Which is why when the Alliance when the Alliance first came, doing episode 3, they knew the siblings were there. What did they do? That's classified. So that information was covered. So it could be that, again, there's a lot deeper in the government of what they're doing in terms of what they want to do with her and what her abilities are.
Right.
And it might be more than it might be a lot more than what we just think.
Right.
Right. So
I agree.
But I'm not gonna lie to you though. I would have been okay if they would have nuked that whole village.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Take them out. You're kidnapping people, and then you're forcing them to stay. This is your home, and then you're a witch. We gotta burn you. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I was ready for her to start with the Patreon and go down.
I would have killed a couple people.
I'm taking you all on my Firefly, my Serenity, and I'm gonna airlock you all in a few minutes.
Oh yeah. I think I would have taken
a couple. Planet out was this madness.
I think I would have taken a couple people out.
Yeah, listen, it's Fox, but I do see that it would have been, if the guy would have came closer with a torch, he'd be taken out. He would have been shot. He would have been the first one killed.
Yeah.
You know?
He would have been shot.
And I do like, I mean, there's a sense of conflict. I was a little upset, I'm not gonna lie to you, when Malcolm took off and left them behind. And he was like, well, they got caught. When I was like, okay, I don't agree with this 100%. And then when he came back from like, you're part of the crew, that wasn't the initial thought, though. But at the same time, the preacher was dying.
The preacher was dying, and he was like, hey, do I have time to go running around looking for him? I need help. I need to get out.
Yeah, it seemed like from the beginning Malcolm was going to come back because he was saying about like how it was a 10-hour ride out. So that's why
So it's priority for him to get the preacher up. Okay.
And then come back.
I just don't got time to be looking for you in the forest. You're going to have to deal with what you got going on right now, and then I'll come back for you because I got
a bleeding man.
He didn't want to go to the Alliance.
No, he really
did not want to go. He had that ID, that name they said, well, this is whatever your name. I can't even remember the name you didn't mention. I said, okay. Well, at least he has some fake ID to get, they're prepared for things like this.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. I was loving it, bro. I can see what they say from episode 5. It turns to wine.
It's building up. It's building up.
Yeah, that was good. I really did enjoy that episode. But anyway, guys, if you like what we're doing, and if you want to support us, we really appreciate it. You guys will hit the like button or subscribe to our channel. These episodes that we've done for and many others that we put on that we do, these are unedited and they are all on our Patreon. For as little as $1, you'll be able to see all of them and enjoy our reactions unedited. Of course, you're going to have to supply your own copy of the video. We also have a Patreon. We have a merch store as well where we sell some merchandise, guys. We do appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We are enjoying this journey through On Serenity. Yeah, we feel part of the crew at this point.
Absolutely.
And we are turning into Broncos as far as we're concerned. All right. We are still going through our journey on who's the best captains and so forth. We will do it with the sci-fis as well. We do appreciate you guys hanging out with us, guys. Listen, I am Ray.
I'm Julien. Sorry.
I'm Alex.
And we are our nice guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace.